Hey man, what's going on? You want to grab some lunch?
I'm way ahead of you, bro. I got some time before the next job, and let me tell you, I am using it. Thanks, babe.
What do you mean?
Well, let's just say happy hour started early today.
As a business owner, this is probably your worst nightmare, right? Well, with the right software, you can lay your worries to rest. During this program, we're going to look at all the ways software can help your company, both in the office and in the field. I'm Caitlin, and this is Smart Service TV. So what is Smart Service? Smart Service is a desktop application that adds scheduling, dispatching, and more to QuickBooks. It's the perfect software tool for any field service company.
But why would we want to use software to begin with?
Yeah, we've got a system. Seems like it's working for us.
Sure, but it's also possible to do your job with a horse and buggy. Using software will help you save about as much time as using a truck. Sorry, Lucky. Take a look at some of the other reasons you might consider using software over pen and paper.
Improved contact management, simplified scheduling, instant job dispatch, optimized routing, vehicle maintenance information, automated job reminders, employee GPS tracking, shared customer service histories, equipment tracking, asset management, digital paperwork, inventory lists, improved workforce communication, eliminated double data entry, employee time tracking, and much, much more.
Wait a second. We already use software. We use QuickBooks.
And you should. QuickBooks is a perfect tool for accounting and invoicing. That's exactly why, if you're adding software, QuickBooks integration needs to be your #1 priority. In fact, when considering software, it helps to look for this badge. A QuickBooks Gold developer is a developer whose product exemplifies an uncommon standard of excellence. Let's take a look at how good field service software gets along with QuickBooks.
When you started your company, you probably kept track of things with paper and pen. After a while, you realized you needed something bigger to help log your finances. Eventually, you found QuickBooks. While QuickBooks is excellent for accounting, it needs a little help with the scheduling side of things. That's where Smart Service comes in. Smart Service is a desktop program that adds scheduling and dispatching to QuickBooks, giving you a great way to schedule work for your existing QuickBooks customers. Use Smart Service to assign a job to one of your technicians, and that job will automatically be sent to their phone or tablet in the field via the mobile app iFleet. Once your tech shows up on site, they can use iFleet to review customer or equipment information and add line items to work orders as needed. After a job is finished, the tech can collect the customer's signature and file any forms immediately, simply by syncing their device. Then, they're off to their next job. Back at the office, the tech's completed paperwork will be received by Smart Service, where it can be posted to QuickBooks and become part of your company's service history. Then, when it's time to schedule a new job, the cycle begins again.
QuickBooks is there, but it's always just running in the background. It's so seamless with Smart Service that it just posts right over itself, and then the accounting department takes it from there, and they don't have to do any double entry on their end.
Hello, Mid-State Air. This is Kylie. How may I help you?
This is Benjamin Simmons. Got a problem with my air conditioner.
We'll send someone out there right away. Hold for a second while I pull your file. Hello, Mid-State Air. This is Kylie. How may I help you?
Yeah, this is Robert Johnson. I had an appointment scheduled for 9 a.m. and I'm wondering where my technician is.
Right. Well, he should be there any moment.
Yeah, I know he should be here, but he's not, so where is he?
Let me check on that for you. Please hold. Still there, Mr. Simmons?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Please hold.
This is Bill.
Bill, where the heck are you?
The gas station.
Mr. Johnson just called and... Hold on, I'm getting another call. Mid-State Air, this is Kylie.
Still me.
Go! All right, Mr. Johnson. Bill's on his...
Who's Mr. Johnson? This is Benjamin Simmons. Can't we get that job scheduled?
Right. Let me just add that to... Hold on, call waiting. Hello, Mid-State Air, this is Kylie.
Bill again. I think we got disconnected.
Hello?
Is anyone there?
No, it's a pretty simple job. I think I'm just gonna go with someone else.
No, wait.
If you can still hear me, don't bother coming out.
Looks like my sister Kylie has her hands full scheduling with pen and paper. Let's look at how the same scenario unfolds once you start using Smart Service. Midstate Air.
This is Benjamin Simmons. Got a problem with my air conditioner.
Scheduling a new job is as simple as finding an open time slot, clicking, dragging, and selecting New Job. Since Benjamin is a longtime customer, I only need to enter the first few letters of his name to find his file in Smart Service. Once I find him, Smart Service will take me into the job profile. As you can see, all of Benjamin's information is already listed. Midstate Air.
Yeah, this is Robert Johnson. I had an appointment scheduled for 9 a.m. and I'm wondering where my technician is.
Well, Mr. Johnson, it just so happens I can tell you exactly where your technician is. To get a view of what's happening in the field, I'll open the Mobile Workforce tab. From here, I can click View the location of my workforce to get a snapshot of my team's locations. It looks like Bill's at a gas station a few blocks from my customer's location. Your technician is less than a mile away, Mr. Johnson. He simply had to make a quick stop to gas up.
Oh, I understand. These things happen.
Thanks to Smart Service, I don't even have to call Bill when I want to check on his progress. Remember this guy? My sister Kylie didn't even get to him. Midstate Air.
Hi, this is Bob from Bob's Builders. Listen, we've got a big project downtown coming up, and we need to subcontract some HVAC work. Are you guys interested?
When you're ready to step into the big leagues, give Smart Service a try.
All right, Hatchat. Maybe I'm interested. Take me through a job in your system.
Sure thing. Let's take another look at what happened when I scheduled that job for Benjamin Simmons. We'll start by looking at the scheduler in Smart Service. Here's where we can see what's on tap for this week. Each of these columns represents a day of work for our company. Within each column, you can view the workload assigned to each technician. If I look at the scheduler, I can see that I have openings on both Thursday and Friday. I'll schedule this job for Josh, one of my best technicians. To do this, I'll left-click and highlight across the time I'd like to allocate for the job. Then I'll right-click and select New Job. I'll enter my customer's information, and Smart Service will take me into the job profile. Since Benjamin is a longtime customer, all of his information is already listed. If I click on the Instructions and Additional Contacts tab, I can write instructions for my technician Josh. I can also add a timestamp. This will let Josh know which office dispatcher scheduled this job. If there are any job items, like labor fees or trip charges, I can go ahead and add those here. I can also choose to leave this blank so that my technician can make additions in the field. Once I'm satisfied with everything, I'll click Save and Close. Once I do this, the work order will be sent directly to Josh's mobile device.
Hi, I'm Josh, a service technician at Midstate Air. And today, I'm going to show you how my coworkers and I use iFleet to help us complete our work in the field.
When I open iFleet, the first thing I'll see is my schedule for the day. If I tap on the map next to a job, then tap Navigate, I'll be taken to the Maps app, where I can use turn-by-turn directions to get from my current location to the service address. Let's take a look at my first job. Here are the notes from Caitlin, my dispatcher. Looks like a simple AC repair. If I need to, I can review my customer's contact info, service history, or equipment information. Before I start traveling, I'll change my current job status to traveling to job. Once I arrive, I can indicate that I've arrived at the job and that I've started working. Since I have a data connection, all this information will sync back to Smart Service, helping our office staff keep track of how far along I am in the day's schedule. After I diagnose the problem with my customer's air conditioner, I can add line items to the work order to reflect what it will take to fix things up. I can also add or update the job notes. I can type out my changes or use my device's talk-to-text feature. I replaced the condenser and repaired the thermostat, period.
If a customer wants to make a payment after I've finished working, I can use iFleet to indicate that I've received payment in the field.
Let's add our payment line item, fill in the amount, and you'll notice that the balance due now reads 0. The last thing we'll do is finalize this job. Once I tap Finalize Job, I can present the customer my company's terms and conditions. If they accept, they can add their signature, completing the work order. I can then email a copy to my customer right then and there.
At this point, my job is done, my paperwork has been completed, and the results have automatically synced back to the office. It means it's time for me to move on to my next job.
Let's take a look at Josh's work in Smart Service. Now I can check out Josh's work and verify all the information Josh entered. From here, I'll post the job to QuickBooks. Once I do, I can switch programs. In QuickBooks, I can see that Smart Service has generated an invoice, complete with the customer's payment information.
Sure, that sounds nice, but this is the service industry. A lot of times, we're scheduling recurring work.
That just means Smart Service is going to save you even more time. If you're working with paper, you're going to have to fill out a ticket and update an invoice every single time a job comes up. But to schedule a recurring job in Smart Service, we'll simply select Job, click on the Scheduling tab, and set up whatever recurrence pattern we like.
I have been working in the heating and cooling industry for 11 years. Since when I started, the technology has changed quite a bit. I started using paper invoices, which were very easily lost and very time consuming.
We were like everybody else. We used paper, pencil.
Paper forms were hard to read, they got dirty in the field, they got crinkled. People's handwriting wasn't neat enough to always understand them. When you're using like a Rolodex type system, you lose a card, you lose your customer. So we needed to have a place where it was all stored in the computer.
If you've had enough of paper work orders, digital forms are the way to go. After all, you already have a library of PDF forms that you print out for daily use. Let's take a look at how easy it is to set these forms up for use in Smart Service and iFleet. When we ultimately bring our form into iFleet, we'll want iFleet to auto-populate as much customer information as possible. To set this up, we'll prepare our form in Adobe Acrobat before bringing it into iFleet. This is accomplished by renaming fields in our form PDF. To rename a field, right-click or command-click the field and select Rename Field. Next, we'll enter the iFleet formula corresponding to the data we'd like to automatically populate. I'm going to take a few moments to fill in formulas for all my fields. To get this file into iFleet, I'll simply email it to myself and open it in iFleet. After that, my technician can use this form on any or all of their future jobs. To bring a form into iFleet, I will simply email it to myself, open it, and tap Open in iFleet. To add the form to a job, my tech will open the job, then scroll down to the Forms section. He'll then tap the plus button and select the form he needs. As you can see, iFleet automatically filled all of the fields we set up in Acrobat. If we need to make a change to anything, we'll simply tap a field and type in our correction. Once we're done, we'll grab our customer's signature. Back in Smart Service, the finished form will appear when the technician completes the job. As you can see, my form is completely intact and legible. No ketchup stains, no dirt, no tears, no water, and best of all, no bad handwriting. In closing, we'll leave you with this thought. Put yourself in a customer's shoes. Which of these would you rather get?
Right then, just need a quick signature.
Pretty easy choice, right? Clean up your act. Go digital today.
We collect a lot of data in the form of inspection reports for all of the fire equipment we inspect. So having the ability to fill it out on the iFleet app within a PDF It makes every form legible. They're all uniform. Handwriting isn't an issue. Pre-written answers can be there for them just to use check boxes or drop downs.
With the implementing of the Smart Service and the iFleet program, we were able to go directly to iPads. So from now on, we don't carry any paperwork. And also, we are able to eliminate the invoice process of, bringing the bill back, handing it to the office would bill you out maybe 2 to 3 days later. Now it's instantaneous. We no longer have a backlog on our billing.
When we first started thinking about going to an iPad system and capturing signatures electronically versus paper, it was a question about what our customers accepted. And universally, we've not had any issues with the customers accepting the iPad forms or using an iPad versus an old paper system.
All right, job's done. What's next?
Looks like we're headed across town.
What? We were just over there.
Hey man, that's what it says.
What are we doing after that?
Going back to Brookhaven.
That's right across the street. Who came up with this route?
Hey guys, I'm scheduling jobs for 8 technicians, entering old job notes, and sending out invoices, all while answering the phone and dealing with walk-ins. You try drawing up a route that makes sense with my schedule.
You know what? You guys are right. I'm gonna go put Chuck on this right now. Hey, Chuck. Before you leave the day, I need you to optimize these service routes for next week.
I've done it.
I've created the perfect route!
Are you spending way too much time laying out your travel routes?
This one right here. Wait.
Why stress yourself out meticulously arranging your schedule when Smart Service's Smart Routes module can do the same thing in just a few clicks? Let's take a look at next week's schedule in Smart Service. As you can see, Josh has quite a few jobs on his docket next Monday. It would take a long time to figure out the best way to order these by hand, but thanks to Smart Routes, I don't have to. First, I'll go home. Select the Office tab, and click on the Advanced Routing and Scheduling button. Next, I'll select my employee and date range. Doing this will bring up Josh's list of jobs. If Josh has a job that absolutely needs to happen at a certain time, I can uncheck the box by that job to honor the existing appointment. Once I'm done, I'll click Auto Route. This will bring up a sidebar where I can set the route parameters. First, I have to choose either a specific number of stops per day or a specific end time for the day. Doing this ensures I won't overload Josh's schedule. Any jobs that don't fit onto the schedule will automatically be assigned to Josh's next workday. After I'm satisfied with my selection, I'll click Start Routing My Jobs. This brings up a map showing me the optimum travel route given my input parameters. If I don't like what I see, I can reorder stops by selecting them and using the arrows to move them up or down the route. Mid-State Air.
We've got a major emergency here. How soon can you send someone out for repairs?
Thanks to Smart Routes' Smart Find feature, I can find a slot to schedule this new job while I'm still on the phone with my customer. First, I'll head back to the search screen. Here, I'll find my customer. Once I do, I'll select Add Job. I'll populate some basic job information, then move on to the Scheduling tab. Here I'll press the Smart Find button. In the resulting menu, I'll give Smart Find the parameters it needs to find the best time slot for this job. First, I'll tell Smart Find how many hours the job will take. Then, I'll select the date range in which Smart Find should look to schedule the job. Since our customer sounds like he's having an emergency, I'll select one day to make sure the work gets done today. If the work is highly specialized, I can assign it to a particular employee. Finally, I'll tell SmartFind to prioritize either linear mileage or actual drive time. Once I'm done, I'll hit Look Up Available Slots. The resulting list will show me which technicians can feasibly perform the service and how far out of the way the job would take them. I can pick based off of this data, or I can simply ask the customer which of these times works best. No matter what I decide, Smart Routes will give me an optimized route in a matter of seconds. Start enjoying your time savings today.
Just by being able to bring the repetitive routes in, the first year I had it, I saved $6,000 in the cost of fuel. Now I do the auto routing every morning. It's just the most efficient way of doing things.
Hi, I'm Pete, and I run a service company. Mornings around here can be a little rough. Every day our techs come in to collect their paperwork. Well, that's not all they do.
Hey man, have you seen this week's top 10 cat videos?
Not yet.
Oh man, you gotta check this out. There's this one where a cat chases his tail for 20 minutes straight.
Oh yeah, we're watching that. Get it ready. I'll make the popcorn.
Tell me there's a better way to get started in the morning.
There's a better way to get started in the morning. With Smart Service, you can send the day's schedule straight to your team's mobile devices. This means techs can wake up, download their schedules, and head straight to their first job. This means more of this and less of this.
The fact that they can get their paperwork in the field rather than get it in the office, it shows up on their iPad every morning, eliminated double trips to the office, it eliminated downtime, increased our productivity.
It's just streamlined our whole way of doing business. We were able to go directly to iPads. Everything's on the iPad. The customer signs the iPad, collects the money from the iPad. It's really it's an excellent product. I can't recommend it enough.
Well, 4 p.m. on a Thursday. Wonder what my technicians are up to. According to the whiteboard, they're on the Platarsky job. Of course, for all I know, they're kicking at the local arcade. I better give them a call.
Hello?
Hey guys, how's the Platarsky job going?
Great!
When do you think you'll make it back to the office?
It looks like we might be here for another 2 hours.
I like Henry and all, but sometimes I get the feeling he's not totally upfront with me. If only there were a way I could corroborate his story with GPS data to know for a certainty that he's doing what he says he's doing. I mean, wouldn't it be great to have a system that gives you a real-time picture of your workers' locations and job progress? I'm talking about a big map with timestamps. Maybe even something that I can click on to see an individualized list of jobs. Doesn't seem that far-fetched, right? Everyone's already using smartphones and GPS for navigation. How hard could it really be? I mean, I like Henry and all, but it would still be a lot of fun to catch him at home or at the arcade so I could bust in and be all like, Henry, get back to work.
We're able to track the technicians in the field, and it really helps with when a customer calls in to be able to give them an estimated time frame of when they might be there at the next job. We're able to see where they're at when they finish a job, when they're heading to a job.
Easy choice, man. Gotta be dispatch servicer.
No way, dude. Roll with service dispatcher.
Dispatch servicer can optimize your routes, saving you time and money. Yeah, well, so can service dispatcher, only we integrate with your accounting software, calendar, and office refrigerator. Ha! Child's play. Dispatch service lets you send jobs to technicians in the field and reminds you when your dog needs let out of the house. I say the terms and conditions of your dog duty alarm feature go too far. And I say the terms and conditions of your dog duty alarm feature don't go far enough. Look at our product. It comes with tasteful Midnight Cobalt branding. Nothing compared to our incendiary Scarlet Rust UI. Savage pleb, insensitive Philistine, So, which will it be? Don't mess this up, buddy.
I can't choose. I can't choose. It's too hard.
Overwhelmed by all the software options on the market? If you're having a hard time choosing between a selection of similar sounding programs, maybe it's time to reframe the decision. When you're selecting software to run your business, don't think of it as a choice between program A and program B. Think of it as a choice between two different companies. Find out how each provider handles their onboarding, training, and support.
Hi, I'm Ryan Williams, the newest member of the My Service Depot implementation team. Today, I'm gonna take you on a tour through our office, and I'm gonna talk to you about exactly what happens after you buy Smart Service. Welcome to My Service Depot. In this area, we have marketing and sales. This is where most people get their first look at Smart Service. I'm here with account executive Mike Evans. So Mike, what is it that you do to make sure your customer is taken care of after they sign on the dotted line?
It's my job to make sure that Smart Service is going to fit their needs. And then once the decision's made to move forward with Smart Service, then I turn them over to our awesome training and implementation team, and they kind of take it from there.
Once you buy Smart Service, our team will remote in and install it for you to make sure you're up and running. Then it's time for your training classes. These studios are where we do our training. Every new Smart Service customer gets 2 private, one-on-one personalized training sessions. Then, when your sessions are complete, we'll send you a recorded copy for your records. Our trainers are committed to making sure everything goes smoothly. Just ask this guy. What's up? Here's the help desk. These days, a lot of software companies are shipping their support jobs overseas. At My Service Depot, we are proud to say that we've been able to keep all of our tech support in-house. The help desk does more than just technical support. Here I have Jess, who is working on a database migration as we speak. So how's that coming along?
Coming along pretty well. Basically, this customer needed to set up a new server because their old server wasn't really up to snuff. So what we're doing is we're transferring the database from the old server to the new one.
Well, what other kind of work do you do for us?
Something else we also do is, if your office buys new computers, we will help you set up Smart Service on all those so that you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to involve another IT company or anything like that. It takes about 5 minutes per computer usually.
Sounds pretty efficient. Of course, it's not enough to make sure the software is working fine. Our customers' needs evolve as the industry changes, and our development team is constantly expanding Smart Services functionality to meet those needs. I'm here with Brian, our developer. So Brian, why don't you tell us about some of the features that we've come out with for iFleet in the last year?
Well, we got some customer feedback about doing some additional processing for tracking employee time, like if employees are traveling to jobs or if they're taking breaks like lunch breaks or breaks during the day. We extended the iFleet and Smart Service to include additional functionality so that it will allow them to very closely track the time that employees spend either doing things like traveling or taking breaks. And again, that kind of all ties into the back end so that when the data from their iPhone or their iPad goes back to their Smart Service, then that data just goes right into QuickBooks. So it allows the company to very easily do their payroll and other processing in QuickBooks.
Wow, that's incredible. With our recreational facilities, our conference rooms, and our suites for video production, we're always trying to stay ahead of the curve. Service companies all over the world rely on us to keep them on the cutting edge. So it's important for us to stay fresh and always keep looking everywhere for new ideas.
If you're interested in learning about the impact Smart Service can have on your business, call us at 1-888-518-0818 or visit us at smartservice.com to schedule a free one-on-one demonstration. From Columbus, Ohio, I'm Caitlin, and this is Smart Service TV. On behalf of everyone at My Service Depot, thanks for watching.